5-Star Health and Beauty Solutions is a company passionate about mental, physical, and environmental wellness. Y'all know me online as Nola Girlboss. My purpose is to motivate, educate, build, and inspire you to become your higher self to accomplish the goals and dreams you envision. Let's get into it. Don't trip out part 3. If you missed part 1 and part 2, run it back. The first step I would say to not tripping out is know your triggers when you're dealing with a particular person. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, like, is this worth me even acknowledging it? And that's where your emotional intelligence come in at. You got to look at a person, look at their situation, look at their environment, put yourself in their shoes, empathize, and understand. Even if you don't like them, even if you don't know them, understand that everything is not always personal. Some people, a lot of people, going through things. A big part of emotional intelligence is knowing how to peep the scene and observe the emotions of others. And if it's somebody you know, you already know some people have their ways and habits and have been stuck in those for years. So before you trip out, pick the battle, especially if it's someone you know and love. For example, like that one family member who bipolar, they going off and arguing, and then the next minute they happy. Like, why waste your time and even entertain them in an argument when you know they're gonna be cool in the next 10 minutes? Or you know that man a good man, but you don't like the way he chew. You have to pick your battle. Like, can I live with this? Or is this going to be an argument every day, 3 times a day, because you got to eat 3 times a day? Or are you going to just, look away? Like, shit, he bought the food, he bought the table, he bought the house. You feel me? But anyway, know your triggers. Write down your triggers when it comes to a particular person. Make a mental note. It could be family, it could be siblings, it could be in-laws, it could be your boss, it could be anybody you know in particular. Know how they trigger you. If they trigger you, if you have an issue with them, ask yourself, what is it about this person that is triggering me? If it's not hurting or harming you physically, you develop ways to respectfully handle it. And most of us never do that. We just trip out every time instead of protecting our peace. Like, I already know he chew like a dog. I'm not about to look at him. I'm going to keep my eyes on my own plate. Because if I say something, it's going to be an argument and we're going to be fussing. He's going to feel played. And you can't change the way a person chew. I'm not going to trip out. I already know, here come my boss wanting to show off his authority. I'm just going to do my job and hurry up and have it done so he don't have nothing to tell me. I'm not going to trip out. This is just a little temporary job until I build up the money to start my own business and run my own shit. Here come my mother-in-law telling me how to raise my children, talking about everything that I'm doing is wrong when her child a mess. But I'm not going to trip out. I'm just going to agree because I respect my elders and I already know she's not going to be here that long. Here come his or her narcissistic ex. Don't want to see y'all happy, all in y'all business, being messy, starting shit, and playing victim. Don't trip out. You got to be able to use your emotional intelligence, observe, and listen to a person before you trip out. You feel me? Pick your battles. Okay, so how do you know when you're triggered? When you're triggered, you feel a sense of anxiety. Your heart might beat faster. You might get jitters or have racing thoughts, like the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other. It's like, it's like racing thoughts. Like, damn, I'm about to, like, do it, go handle it. Nah, I'm just gonna chill out. Nah, no, no. So it's like you constantly like trying to decide how you gonna handle the situation. And that's when you stop and ask yourself, what am I feeling? Am I tired? Do I need a break? For women, it may be that time of the month. Are you aggravated? It's a million different emotions. Do I have anxiety? Am I envying this person because they ain't never really done me nothing? Do I feel shame? Do I feel disgust? Am I feeling sadness or fear? And some of these emotions might not even have anything to do with the person that you having an issue with. So number 2 is ask yourself, what am I feeling before you trip out? And guess what? Y'all want to know the number 1 emotion that everybody go to before they even think about what they feeling? Anger. Anger, the number 1 emotion. It's a million other emotions. And before a person asks themselves, what am I feeling? Before a person check themselves and their emotions, they go from 0 to 100 real quick. I'm running out of time. I'm going to have to make another video. And in the next video, I'm going to explain why anger is so dangerous.